Okay, this picture right here that I'm moving around just helps you visualize what the shell method is all about. We're going to have infinitely many of these little shells revolved around the y-axis in this case. That's the axis of revolution. Let me get rid of this right now. And this is a picture of the graph of 4x squared minus x cubed. And the line y equals 0 is the x-axis. And to find out what this point is right here, we have to say, when do these two graphs intersect? So if you set y equal to 0 and solve this equation, 0 equals 4x squared minus x cubed, you can find out that that equals 0 when x equals 4 or when x equals 0. And that gives us the endpoints of the definite integral. And there we go, 0 to 4. Now, the average radius for the shell method is the distance from the axis of revolution to the center of a typical shell. And we say that might be x sub I if we were going to use Riemann sums. But using the shell method, it's the height of the shell, which is the height of this green shell at x sub I, which means you put that into this function right here. And if we multiply that by x, that's what we're taking the antiderivative of. So how do we do that? Well, if we multiply this by x, we would get 4x cubed minus x to the fourth. The antiderivative of that is this, x to the fourth minus 1/5 x to the fifth. And we know by the fundamental theorem of calculus that I can evaluate this definite integral right here by plugging 4 in to the antiderivative, f of 4, minus f of big F of 0. And that gives us 256 fifths. But we still have to multiply that by 2 pi. And 2 pi times 256 over 5 is the same thing as we got by evaluating this definite integral using the Desmos graphing calculator. So we could say that 2 times 256 is what, 512 pi over 5. That's probably the answer that they're looking for part C. Shell method, A is 4. That was the right-hand endpoint, because they say we're going from, it looks like this is intended to be 0 to A. And of course, f of x is 4x squared minus x cubed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that answers your question. There you go. Hope that helped. And if you have any questions, post a comment.